Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our latest mod review. Now, a few of these are all sort of part of a series of videos that we're sort of doing, as in the Brotherhood of Steel, exploring out across the Commonwealth. Okay, so we're going to have a few different bases and a few different things going on with it. So this mod is called the Abandoned Pridwin at the Glowing Sea. Now, as you know, I have the only clear weather in the Commonwealth, which actually, for me personally, makes the Glowing Sea a lot more eerie, because you can actually see the destruction under your feet that you're walking across. Whereas with the rest, you can't really see it all that much. So, when you first arrive here, you need to go basically down in here and kill all the furrows. Alright, every single furrow that you can possibly find, you need to take care of. Down here and over there. Now when you get over there, you're going to find there is a chain door that you can't get through to. How you get through to that door is up here on the roof. There is another hatch. And here it is. So you open this door, and down in through you go. When your game loads you through, that is. And there you find your workshop bench. I'll put my light on for you so you can see better. And there you find your workshop bench. Okay? And that's the chain door. So you head out here. Now, there are another set of double doors that had me massively bemused, and I missed the hatch on the roof. Was running around like a spoon. So it was actually whenever Slim was playing, I asked Slim for his help, because I had actually spotted the double doors and could not get them to work for me, and I thought that must be how you get into this chained room and all the rest of it, and nothing was happening for me. So as you see, they do nothing. Okay, now I have spoken with the modder over on Bethesda, and he has actually said he was thinking of making 3 settlements here, but decided it was a little bit too much, so just left the double doors to do nothing. Behind there, literally all you find is a lot of rubble that you would normally find when you come to the capsized factory. There's no doors there, and it's just blocked with a lot of rubble. That's all you will find behind it. Now this room has desks in it, and you do find a few furls sleeping in here. What I have done is I have made this into the bathroom, so as you see, female in this side, and on this side we have the male. Now this is just, and I've got the toilet trying the wrong way, I just spotted that. Now this is just basically the base below. Okay, this is people coming down off the Pridwin, the Pridwin sister, should I say. Basically from here they're going to be heading out, or they're going to come back in here. If their armor's a mess, they can leave their power armor sitting. Anybody doing security above can come down, grab themselves a little bit of sleep. They can have some food from the kitchen, you know, and just chill and relax. This is not a big base, this little bit here. It is literally just for Brotherhood soldiers to chill out in and relax. Now, the beauty is up above us. So here, as you see, you do have a Verde. Now the ship will mark up for you when you fast travel. The modder, notice there was problems with it, and you actually needed to if you fast traveled under the deck, people were falling off. So he has actually changed it so the fast travel should work for you. If you have any problems with trying to sort of get to it, as I say, the closest place, if you haven't got the capsized factory actually marked up down here, is you do have the Federal Supply, or you have the edge of the Glowing Sea. Virgil is down here, and the Children of Adam are here. So it's sort of halfway between everything. Now, as I say, with the clear weather for the Pidwin, you can, or clear weather for the Commonwealth, you can see the devastation across the glowing sea a lot better, and I sort of prefer it. It sort of rams it home a little bit more into your brain what happened. You can see the glowing pools of goo left, right and centre, you know what I mean? So it's just a me personal thing, although it is a wonderful little mod, so it is, and it is handy for. So in here you have all the normal goodies that you would normally have whenever you actually come to find the Pidwin itself. And up onto the command deck. Now there are 2 workbenches, so there are 2 settlements here. One settlement is your settlement down below in the capsize factory, and the other settlement is the ship itself. Okay, now I've just used USO and spawned myself in loads of Brotherhood and just filled the place with loads of Brotherhood. There are you can assign settlers to he has a bar set up for you, he has a clinic set up for you and everything else. So as you can see, for some reason they've all just sort of taken over the door there. I left myself loads of sort of lancers and things down here to take care of everything. I'm not even asking. Now I've sort of decorated the Pidwin the way I think it should be done, and not the way it actually is done, which means there was a door here already. So I built an office. I decided someone should have an office that is not in their bedroom. And as you see, we do have dogs and everything here as well. So, now, where did that? There it is. So here in the main deck now, what becomes your room is actually smaller this time round. I've actually used one of these beds from Groovy Furniture. So, you know, it's small, it's compact, it works for me. I have not adapted Kels's room yet. I will get around to it, or whoever's going to take it. As for what Maxon's room should be, I have actually given him a proper bedroom this time, and that is 008's bed there from Groovy Furniture. And these are from Groovy Furniture as well. And I give him these. I just decided that he should have his own bed. As you can see, you do have circuit breakers. Over this way, as I say, you can assign a settler to here. Here is Quinlan's room. So it basically it is the Pidwin that you're running through. Here you can actually assign somebody to this cafe bar, so you can actually have a cafeteria opened up. I did change the seating, just I thought the seating needed changed. I put in a couple more armour bays. There are loads of suits of T60 here that the modder has put in for us. As you can see, they all come with fusion cores. You do have Tegan's room, and you can assign somebody to it, and the door does open, so you can just go in and take whatever you want if you want to just come in and loot the living daylights out of the place. Now up the back here was another storeroom, exactly like Tegan's. I just basically changed it into a bunk room. I decided to have another bunk room. I did go around cleaning up as much as I could. Now here I've made a little sort of toilet bathroom, couple of showers, nothing much, a few things, you know, sort of. Unfortunately, we don't have any, I don't have any bodies that I can put down anywhere, so there's not much for the science scribes to do, but to look after the chickens I put into the cage over here.
Running our gods was the wisest decision of your life, sister. I don't know about scribe online.
And there's no Naraya even here, and they're still slobbering about the poor woman. So as you can see, I did clear out a lot of the rubbish that the Pidwin normally comes with. And sort of neatened her up a little bit, you know. I put in a few more desks, I put in a few computers. Over here I added a few more bunks for the young. Now, where I did have a little bit of fun was actually on the lower decks. I decided that we can't really be having bored soldiers too much, so I decided to redecorate a tiny bit down here. I gave them a gaming area. So basically they've got like the old arcade machines, you know, whack-a-mole or whack-a-commie ghost as that one's called. And up here I give them a little gym of their own. Hey Groove. Well, that guy seems to be struggling to actually lift the weight. He's trying to choke himself to death.
How can a machine believe it's alive? It's ridiculous.
Let's ask one. So as you can see, we give them a little bit of a gym. We give them their own, as I say, sort of chill back, relaxed area, and basically it just sort of made it a little bit more homely. Now the workbench on the Prydwen is here. Now you can have a supplier. I know he's a pilot. I tried to get Lancer, or it's supposed to be Lancers, and instead of Lancers it just says pilot. So you'd think, you know, he'd have a little bit more muscle mass so he can sort of move them vertibirds about. I think that's why the vertibirds keep crashing. That, and they keep tripping Brahmins over. If they would leave the Brahmins alone, the verties would be absolutely fine. Truly, I truly do believe that one. Now for this one, you can actually work a supply line from any of the rest of your settlements to here. I tried to run a supply line to the collapsed factory below me and could not get it to work, unfortunately. So I actually sort of had to basically take a load of stuff from one of my other workshops and drop it into that one down there below me so I could actually build things down there. Did you see what I did to Maxon's room, Grove? I decided to give him bedroom furniture and steal all of his work stuff.
Give me a laser rifle and my power armor, and I'll take on the world.
Sure.
Maxon's age. He's a brilliant tactician and experienced soldier.
What do you think? I gave him double the weight's bed. Like, why not? And then I had one of these put in for myself. Because the room's, so, you know where your room's like pretty big in the Prydwen. This one is actually quite small. It's the same size as Kel's. So it was like, I need a bed. It is quite cool, isn't it? I've actually left myself room for like a wee chair and table there, so yeah, I thought it was, well, I suppose I should actually really put a dresser and things in, like, but you know. So it's not a bad little mod. As I say, I mean, below it we have built up a little bit of a base, not much, but a tiny bit of a base. If my mic messes about, let me know. The dog managed to get a hold of it, and I'm going to have to buy another new mic. And the command deck actually came with a door, so I decided to give him an office. So he actually has an office. So what do these do? Did they turn anything on or off, or like, you know, are they just... Yeah. Now it looks like everything's still there. Dog, move.
Don't despair, sister. We're here to save the common.
Glad to see you.
God, are you all trying to escape or something? Oh no, I need to actually get out that door because I don't have my power armor with me and I can't jump. Move!
Unless you like getting shot, never turn your back on another. Liberating the common.
Oh my god. And this is why I build my own house at the base. So what do you think of the glowing sea with no orange? It's quite sort of disturbing looking. Right, so this is basically this little part of the build of the Brotherhood set done. Now the next one that I'm actually doing is on my other account, so you're going to have to bear with me for a second. I'm hoping I am hoping that it'll keep recording, but I can't guarantee it, people. If it doesn't, let me see. No. That's being awkward. Right, bear with me a second, people. The other one we're actually doing, I had to start a new build because I needed Sanctuary empty of everybody and anybody, and that was my problem. Sanctuary with loads and loads of people, I can't do what I need to do, and what I needed to do basically was take down all the houses. With the Scrap the Commonwealth, you can actually take the roofs off the houses, but I had no guarantee that I was actually going to be able to get the houses on, plus the houses weren't quite up to standard of what, you know what I mean, if you're going to turn it into a family settlement for the Brotherhood and the Minutemen, it really was not working in any way, shape or form, so I had to basically take it down. This should work, hopefully. At the moment it's not actually bringing me up my other saves, it's only sort of bringing me up one save that I have, or one build that I have. Yeah, there she is. Right. Now she's only level 2, as you'll all see. But here I need mad ideas of what to build. It was quite funny, every time I'm using Scrap the Commonwealth, I've managed to delete buildings. I actually deleted part of the Pridwin, so I had to take it off while I was actually running through grabbing the stuff that I knew Scrap the Settlement could get. It was definitely funny at times. It's just I click so fast I'm not even paying attention half the time, so as you see, you can see there's like still stuff floating in the air. So you can actually take the roof off the house, but I thought to myself, these houses really, with the walls needing fixed and everything else, I thought it would just be a better idea to wipe them out completely, instead of building new roofs on them and all the rest of it, and then trying to get them secure and safe and all that stuff. So I decided I'm just going to take down the houses. But my thoughts are now trying to focus on what I can build instead of what we did have up, because we're going to have the original 5 coming in, and then we're going to have more. So and it's supposed to be a family settlement, so it's sort of trying to work out what to have instead, and I haven't quite made up my mind yet. So I'm open to suggestions. I have taken down the wall that's down by the water here. I'm going to build a brand new wall from sort of like the fence across, because the wall was in such a state. It was like, no, we'll just build a completely brand new wall from about here across. We're just going to have a brand new wall all the way across. It is a thought, but they do need new roofs on them, so I can like just shove new roofs onto everything. See if we can get these roofs all secured up once and for all. Now, 1 second. And this one doesn't want to disappear. Oh well, wonderful. I'll do that one later. Everything else is deleting perfectly, and that one roof doesn't want to go with it. The sort of thought was being that because it's the Brotherhood, and the version of the Brotherhood it is, they have a habit of going with everything new. And that's why I was thinking to myself, like, you know, building in sort of new sort of houses, or I don't know about apartments, although it is a tempting idea. But if you're building sort of for families and things like that, apartments really aren't what you sort of want to give them. But could use apartments. Well, you see, I never actually walk up with Preston. I refuse to. I fast travel myself here and like sort of let Preston get here on his own, because I actually did walk up with Preston once and almost I got into more fights on my way back up again, so it was like, no, stuff that, I'll just fast travel and leave them to it. And usually I leave them to it, and whenever I get back here, within 5 minutes of getting back here, they're back again. So I did find one of them was not, I'm not sure which one it actually is, whenever I restarted and I was in the vault. Where's that? I did actually find that the lift had completely disappeared. Whenever you got down to the bottom, there was no lift, and see, trying to get back into the lift to get back out of the vault, it was only one area you could actually walk to get into the lift to get out. But I don't know which of the mods had actually done it, because I didn't have any. I actually took off all my mods and tried all over again, and the only mods I left on are mods that I've had on before and never had a problem with before, so I don't know rightly what was going on with it. Because I know anytime I have the capital ultimate or ultimatum one on, it basically does it. You can't even get out of your cryo tube. You end up basically in something that looks like Kellogg's Memories. I'm not sure what walls to put around her. I used the what do you call them? Coventry? Covenant? Covenant, they use the walls for Covenant around Taffington Boathouse. Handy and all, but the problem is there's nowhere to actually put turrets. Well, Mama Murphy's house is still there. It's just going to get a new roof on it, so, and that's normally the house that they sort of stop at, is where you always find them hanging about, is the house where your power armor bay and everything's sitting, so. Yeah. I actually went looking to see if I could actually find a mod that actually fixed the roofs in Sanctuary, you know, without fixing the walls and all the rest of it, but I couldn't find anything, so. Bananas, I didn't mean to do that. See what I mean? I click far too fast and take things out, and I don't mean to. I just wiped out that housing plot. Go me. I'm not loading everything back in again. It's annoying, isn't it? I actually did it whenever I was rebuilding Starlight. I managed to fall from the top of the drive-in. And then the fun I had trying to pick up everything that I should have actually got from, it was actually the projector I was taking out. It's not bad enough I seem to fall on things without that don't have banisters. Managing to wipe myself out because I'm deleting everything under my feet. And then the Pridwin, as I say, I managed to do it in the Pridwin, and actually like almost fell through the Pridwin all the way. It's like, okay, need to reload this in here. So that's the house he normally leads us to, so that one we can actually put a new roof on too, so. Right, a second. Go here to here, here. See if we can get this to work. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we can give it a try. This is how I actually get the house or the roofs on quite a few other places. It's going to be a bit high. You see, that would drive me insane. Walls are quite tall in this as well. I think I'm gonna have to go. Gonna have to go with this. exactly the same level as it would be outside, because once you remove this, that is the same level as that out there. So, well, let's go for here. Let's see if we can get this to work. See? I just fall off everything. Shocking at walking in games. You think after all these years I'd have learned how to walk in a game? Obviously not. Now I have got a bit of a gap here on some spots, don't we? Yeah, we do. But if I put up more walls, now what do I want to put onto them? No. Yes, that was the right place. No, that wasn't the right place. What did I do wrong? That's what I did wrong. Brick, concrete, stone, metal, wood. We'll have to go with metal. Well, depending on what the metal looks like. Yeah, no. 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 No, 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 no. That looks okay. So see in blue is the building below. Good point, it would do. Problem is, see, it's not actually covering that gap unless I actually drop it down like that. And then that one isn't dropping. Oh, there it is. Not sure. Where did the one which different ones go? Oh. Yeah, it's not that, it's going to be trying to get the roof to fit. Yeah. That's going to be the problem. Because she goes across alright. It's going to be trying to get the roof to fit. Oh, they're not the nicest windows. You can go in over the stairs here. Let's put in there one of these horrible looking windows. Put one in there. What? There she is. Right, and where was I got that from? No, she won't fit. But she will. Come back here. Hmm? Yeah, no, it was. Oh, bugger. I'm getting the hang of this, I promise. Not very well, but I'm getting the hang of it. Haha, there we are. Right, I'll show you what I'm doing. Wrong one. This one. This one. One there. Actually, she's not big enough for that height, so I'm gonna have to take her down one. She should be like 1, 2. She's not that confusing. If she had been a higher height, it would have been easier to do this. It's going to be a bit of a problem because she's such a small height, but she should still work because I've done it before we won this height. No. Yeah, that's her. And now I'm stuck. Oh, brother. That's the problem when the floor is so small, or the roof so small. You fall through the floor. Right, how long to get down the stairs? And what I've actually been doing recently is, I guess I didn't know they're not in here. It's in there. They're the non-broken ones, aren't they? Yeah. Ooh. And there you are. One house with a fixed roof. What do you think? And then just go up. If I can remember how to walk on the stairs. And over in here. That was the warehouse's floors I was using. And what wasn't. There you are. What do you think? I think we need to actually move these stairs. Alright, that's better. One watertight house, although she still has a bit of an overhang. Well, maybe should have come out a little bit more, but not bad. So you see, there was that idea of doing that and giving them all watertight roofs like that, or basically just wiping a few of them out, because why did that look like a coffin? They're not really able for sort of handling lots and lots of people, I don't think. Which actually does look pretty cool. Although she's a bit off on one side. But hold on. See, normally the way I do it would be 6 and 5, and then you actually get a higher pitch on the roof, and you can actually hide the generator upstairs. I actually did that with another house that I actually built up, so you could actually have the roof upstairs. So that's actually an idea. If save a few of the base ones, I can sort of like just build them up a bit. A little bit like masonettes. I can always put the stairs outside going up into the house. You don't call them masonettes over there, do you? Masonettes is a little bit like a 2-story house that's been turned into 2 apartments. Yeah, that's a masonette, basically. Sort of, only they were always built as apartments to start with, so that just completely confused it even further. Trust us over in the UK to come up with words to confuse the rest of the world. Everybody else, you live in an apartment? No, I live in a masonette. No, you live in an apartment? No, I live in a masonette. So one of these will have the school in it. One of them's going to have medical. We need to build, I need to try and sort that one out. That house has always been a pain. Right. Yeah, but the problem is, because you're so tall, you basically just get stuck. What I'll actually do is I'm going to put up did you see what I did over in Starlight with the tree? I was thinking of doing what I did in Starlight with a tree, and basically sort of using like trees near to each house and running the wires to the trees, and then just running like little because they have new little adapters in USO instead of these big massive ones. There's actually these really neat small, see there, and then I could get away with putting onto the side of the house and you wouldn't even notice it's there, whereas the silver ones sort of spot out miles away. So I was thinking maybe of something like that. And just running the electric across the wires, since I don't have electrical posts. Still not sure what type of a wall I want to give them. Even though it's Brotherhood and Minutemen, we all know the Brotherhood like to have walls around them and security. Yeah. See, we've actually got them on the side of our houses, and it just looks like a wee tiny drain pipe coming out of the side of the house to vent the gas out of. Which I'm actually hoping at some point, I'm hopefully going to be moving at some point. And when I do, I'm actually hoping my house is actually gas heating, because my home at the moment is oil, and it is a nightmare for trying to keep topped up and everything else. 2 mods to scrap everything. Where does that bird go? Oh yeah, I downloaded a mod. Forget about that one. I thought so. You can't get out far enough to fix that. I don't know if I like those windows, and that grey concrete's very cooled. And more lights. Yeah, it would have been, wouldn't it? I actually seen something recently where someone is trying to say that they've managed to fix the bridge all the way across without using any form of a mod, and that's why I was just checking that there. It's not possible, because the part of the bridge that's actually broken is outside of your building. That's actually what I was just checking there, so it was. Yeah, straight out of the building. But someone's trying to say that they managed to fix it all without using a mod. Don't see how that's possible. So before mods actually came onto the PlayStation 4, I used to glitch all the roofs into the houses, and that was the only house I had I could never glitch a roof onto. Only one. And now I know why, because this bit was awkward. I have no idea how I'm supposed to get that down. Yeah, but the person was trying to say that they had used no mods in any way, shape or form. Which personally I'm not so sure about. I actually managed to, the house that I actually managed to delete by accident was actually Dance's house over there. I was like, I give it. Of all the houses to take out, I take out Tops's. This one's going to be awkward because of that post. Oh, it's just magically disappeared because I took out the roof. Ah, well, there you are. If you want rid of the roof, people, take out the post. Or if you want rid of the post, take out the roof. Nobody's climbing up onto your roof after it. I've never tried that. See, what I've actually found is since I've actually downloaded mods, I can't get the rug glitch for like putting the roofs in to work for me anymore. Just will not work. They will not lock in place. They just sink. They just refuse to work point blank. So, and I tried that one. You seen the way I just did that roof there. The other way to do that is a bit like the rug glitch, and use one of the empty plots. And then you remove the stairs and you actually put a post in, bring it in and sink it in, and the floor sits in place, or everything sits in place for you. So you actually do it bigger so it does like sort of cover everything, and you do have the room to sort of use that way, but it would not work. It wouldn't lock into place either. So since I've got mods, I haven't been able to get anything to glitch into place in Sanctuary. Anyway, I don't know about the rest of the settlements, but in Sanctuary I haven't been able to. So I have tried using his rugs and I haven't been able to get them to work for me either. So I've just given up on the only rug I actually the only glitch I actually use anymore is just just using the old rug that you actually know, the one that everybody used before mods came out, and it's basically putting the electric conduit on it and running it up through buildings. That's the only one I've been doing, which I can't actually do for this. I can actually literally run the wire all the way across, and if I don't put the roofs on, I can glitch the rug in up there, put down the conduits. Although I see, because that's so small on that side, I'm not going to be able to do the full thing of it. I'm actually thinking of maybe making that floor a bit bigger, because that would make a nice 2-bed house, and actually maybe moving that out and putting the entrance outside. Let's try it with I've deleted Preston's house. That's alright, it's going to be a security house anyway. That was the wrong thing. You can actually get, hold on. I get this to line up here. Slanted. Or the house is, because it's been blown to smithereens. One square this way. It's gonna make it a bit bigger like that. No bananas. Didn't see that. Yeah, that's her empty now. Ooh. Yeah, I thought so. Just to stay where she was. What am I stuck on? Right, I just do it. Do it overhang? Yeah, why not? It's my mad design. Let's see how this turns out. See, when you used to glitch your roofs, that's the way they actually used to come out looking. Now, obviously not going to use those stairs. I'll use different stairs, but that would be handy, would it not? What do you think? The stairs up and into the house. See, there's a house downstairs and a house upstairs. And I really should have left the space. Actually, go better there. Yep, duplex. That's what you call them. Over here we call them, is that even the right one? Warehouse floors I'm confusing myself here. Over here we call those a masonette. I knew you had another word for it. So yeah, like a duplex. What we'll have up here will actually be the electricity. And what I found is, as long as you've got the conductors up there, it'll actually light all the way down through the house, so you don't actually need any wires. So we'll redo that one and make it bigger as well. So we can actually put the generator up the stairs. Right, Yes, I'm trying to decide what type of... So these have all come retextured. So we've got blue, that's the metals. We've got the wood retextured. I actually used that up in, what do you call that place? Coastal Cottage. It actually looks really, really, really cool. Home of the future. People, we have got exactly the same walls we've got downstairs. What colour are these walls? I don't even know what colour the house is I'm decorating. Yellow. Right, okay. So that's blue. Level up. Well, unfortunately we don't have any windows for them. Oh, well that sucks. Give out a window there. Right, what type of a window can we put in? Well, that's an internal doorway. Right, okay, so we gotta put in one of the other ones. Windows. Why would life be easy? Not exactly what I want. I don't want to go with those concrete windows, and the roofs for the are far, far, far too big. Okay, I want that one set. Oh, no idea. Whoa. They're not perfect with the windows. That's the wrong one. I know why. Apples. He has a problem with this wall. Well, that corner. We might have a problem trying to get something in over there. Yep. Right there. It's just that bit there I wasn't able to get in. I was able to get that in, but I can't get anything over that far. Ah well. Face that problem when I come to it, which is not right now. Facing the wrong way. There we are. It's facing the wrong way. I hate that. There's times when I'm rushing and I'm just shoving the roofs onto things. I really couldn't care less, but most of the time I try to get them facing the same way as each other. Yeah, gonna have to. What's gone wrong there? I would have loved this if I had it in Fallout New Vegas. The settlements I would have built. I've actually found, you know where I said that you can call through for NPCs? You can actually call through for slaves. Alright, should I ran the right way? Yes, it is. Yeah, it would have been killing 3. But well. Suppose I could put a window there. They were probably a bit unsure as to how it would have been taken with all the other changes that they brought through with things. Put a window in. Basically, if I didn't have to worry about the electric, we would have another room up here. But we need electricity. And she fell down the ceiling. Okay. Oh, apples. Right, that's one master for there. One for there. Right, okay, kid.
Yeah.
See the thing about the room head height? There's like so much more room. It would make a really cool bedroom, like sleeping under the stars. Pity it's where the electric's going. So if you actually use the big massive silver ones, it won't let you actually put them in this close to that part of the roof. Whereas if you use these little ones, you can actually get them in to that part of the roof there. The problem is, it can mess you about and just stay red like that. So because they're so small. Dump that there. So it is handy having lots and lots of stuff. That's way too far. Have you used the conduits yet? I tried to use them and they are a royal pain in the rump to trying to get to work. No joke. Drove me nuts trying to get them to work. Just worried that one was too far. That one's not. Okay. And then down here should be able to just, if I've done it right, there you are. You gotta admit, that's a handy way to hide the wires. Power running all the way through the house with no problem. build something that requires power. I did, I just put a light in. Game's a bit slow on it. I don't know. I wasn't very. It was whenever I first got the Vault 88 DLC. I tried using them and fumbling and fighting with them and everything else, and it was just I just lost the rag. I literally just, as we say over here, it means it was like, oh, stuff this, and gave it up as a bad game, and have not got round to using them since. Now we have to build rooms upstairs, and we need to put things in here. So it's white in here, isn't it? Nice big white wall. Now can we get this one nice big white wall to sit here for us? I would put nice ceilings in for it to actually glitch in. Or is it going to be awkward? It was glitching there a second ago, like. There we are. Perfect. And half a wall. Ooh. It's a bit far out. My 88 was a nightmare. My 88 really was a nightmare. Like, it drove me nuts. What do you think of that? I think that actually looks okay. I'm rather proud of that. Now that's what you call a house. Just need to build rooms upstairs. Oh, where are they? The barn or the warehouse? Whoa, miscellaneous. Ha 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 ha. Ooh, there's a bit of dirt. Hold on, move that one over. Now that looks good. Might change the stairs. Because they are never going to do. And then I need to design the rooms upstairs. Yeah, that works. Try maybe putting another post in here. Not sure if I want to get one in this corner. Give it a try. Ooh. That one's the one I thought it was. Ah. I'm quite pleased with that. Now I just need to put in the bathroom and the bedroom and I can't remember what shape this one was in. Brilliant. But one, so 3 across. That's a very small square for a bathroom. Ooh, that needs fixed. Okay. Second, fix these. And then the barn, yeah, I'm in the right house, right place. That's not the right floor, but hey. And that's sitting on, that's perfect. Right. So, internal walls are in white, aren't they? And they are slanted like there's no tomorrow. I love this game. Nothing goes down straight. Everything goes down slanted. I think they do it on purpose just to annoy me. Everybody's OCD. The handy thing about these floors, you can actually see. No, they're slanted. I can see they're slanted. Why are you still going slanted? living room, kitchen. Being a wee bit outward. Doorway. So I put the doorway in. Actually, the doorway there, because the bathroom was quite small, so it was. So it just mirrors out a bit big for a bathroom, like, or a bit big for a bedroom. Make sure he's actually in place. No, he's not. It's the fun I had doing my big build. Is it this bad on the creation kit? Oh, brilliant, that one snapped into place for me. That was nice. I was awful generous of it. Doesn't it drive you nuts? I need to change the load order on my mods again. My OC decorator has disappeared on me because I changed the load order. I was trying to get the pre-war furniture stuff, and I moved it and my OC decorator disappeared on me. It's like, okay, I'm gonna have to fix that. What do you think? Not a bad rebuild of a sanctuary house. Shove the kitchen in that side and shove the living room in that side because it's got windows. Or I could shove the kitchen in this side so it looks nice while you're looking. You can look out over there while you're doing the dishes. Yeah. One done. How many more to go? But I need to fix that one over there. Don't like a concrete. Right, you said about putting the little posts here. Well, you see, because I haven't been able to scrap everything, it was, I actually asked Chaos, and he says he's been using scrap that Commonwealth, which means basically you can take everything and anything down. So, which of course I did use and then almost killed myself. But yeah, is that what you meant with the post? Yep. And then there's somewhere nice for them to sit out on, and yeah, it'll look quite sort of, what do you call that? I suppose you are quite close to sort of Maine and New Hampshire and all the rest of it, so yeah, that'll be quite nice. Nice little verandas out the front. I could maybe do that with one of the houses instead of actually putting a window in. Put doors in and like do a little deck out the front for them. That would be nice. Let's see. Going to be trying to get the deck to actually sit for me. It's going to be the problem. I wonder if I should move them back a little bit more. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 that's not what I meant to do. Not at all. Yeah, that's nice. Nice idea. Right, let's go and destroy this house. Put all that work into it, and the next thought is let's go destroy. DVA. Well, I managed to glitch through. This thing is not going to disappear at all. I think I'm going to have to delete that house, and I don't know what to make above it or in its place. So we need a surgery, we need a school, we're going to need shops, or a shop and a bar. Sure we can find something to use for it. I was thinking something like that. So what are you working on at the moment? Right, I'll put that around this side. Get his head, I need it. And stop it. Because it's got that overhang, but that's alright. Well, does not annoy me. Yeah. This one's going to be outward to try and get in. See if I can find a better place to put the ladders down. I like that. It's very. Normally, every build I do it that way. How far off did I actually have those ladders? Not in the slightest. I like it. It's. I know a lot of people are all about picket fences and all the rest of it, but I always find tree-lined streets are more an American thing. If I think of America and Maine and all the rest of it, I always think of like tree-lined streets and, you know, what in the world did I just manage to do? Okay. Right, she's not going over that side at all. I'll have to move them steps. whenever I was a kid growing up, we actually should be a full block off the edge, but well, part of a block. Hold on, so we can get her to sit here. We had a very that sort of area where there was like tree-lined streets and everything. I don't know, to me it always sort of represents feeling safe. Strange. See, that's what I love about living here. I do actually live in a capital city, but you wouldn't think it. You really wouldn't think it. It's not your normal capital city. It really isn't. I mean, our city centre is minute compared to the likes of London and everywhere else. You know, it's so different. I mean, I suppose it'd be what you call the suburbs. It's a 25-30 minute bus journey, and my house is actually right in the hills of Belfast, and you know, all around me it's all trees, and you can sit out in the back garden and all you hear is the kids laughing, and you know, people out relaxing in their gardens. And for a city, you wouldn't actually, you know, for, well, what they call a capital city, you wouldn't actually think it was actually a capital city. It's definitely a different way of life. These stairs are going to be awkward on me. Trying to get this to work for this house now. It's going to take me forever. Right, you know what it is. Come over here. Sit. You sit on top of these. Stop annoying me. Nope. It's just not going to work. This game's not spending half hour with me now. Got it perfect for that one over there, but because there's such a low depth here, and this side of the house is just being awkward. Get rid of that. And that, and that, and that, and that. Go away. Again. It's too low. Wonder if any other stairs would do the trick. No. No, they're all too low. Wunderbar. Right. I have no idea if this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a try. Oops, it's not it. Seriously? Oh well, nah, it's just annoying. Oh mummy. That was a wee bit disturbing. See if we can get it to work here. Nope. Okay, the map trick is not going to work. Maybe if I put down a couple of other bits of floor around this. I've been to the Republic, I think, 3 times in my life. I actually went down to Dublin when I was younger. I was doing a course and went down to Dublin, and I actually stopped. Oh, that went wrong, and that's completely in the wrong place. I actually stopped and asked one of the column guards down there, and asked him for directions, and he was he was nice enough to me and all the rest of it, but because of what was going on at that point in time, he made it known to me that I wasn't wanted and wasn't welcome, and I was only like 13, 14, so I was quite young. It was quite a unique experience for me. I've been down a couple of times since, but I've never gotten over that sort of attitude that I sort of got from that one person. So up here, down there, they're a lot more relaxed. That is true. They're a lot more relaxed. Up here, we've got a bit more of an attitude. would probably be the best way to put it. And I think it's just with everything that sort of happened over the 30 years, but we've got a bit more of a screaming at the TV whenever the football's on, and real sort of attitude about us at times, like. But I'll be honest, I have never found anywhere as friendly as I have here. Never in my life have I found anywhere as friendly as I have here. And I've been to some of the coolest countries, you know what I mean, and seen some of the coolest places, like, but I've never found anywhere quite like sort of. Right, we had to go all the way and do that then. Quite like people in Belfast and Northern Ireland. If you're in trouble, they'll help you out without thinking about it. They really will. It's just in their nature to be so. Steps out of the way. This wasn't exactly the way I wanted the house to go, but well, it's a beautiful country to visit. Like, I would recommend it. If you can do it, go for it. North and south, it is a beautiful country to visit with some amazing things to see. I fly up onto this roof. Just being down here is making it a wee bit awkward. Right, 1, 2. Right, there's a little bit of overhang there. There's not much of an overhang there. And this side, there's no overhang whatsoever. Should be a little bit of overhang in both of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah. I've actually been up the Giant's Causeway and walked the Carrigaree rope bridge. It's not as bad as it used to be. Many years ago, it was a lot scarier to walk the Carrigaree rope bridge. It used to swing when you were walking across it. It was literally just a rope bridge. It was just a bit of rope, and it used to swing like nobody's business. It really was sort of like quite, taking your life in your hands. It's a very Northern Irish thing. The rest of the world goes off and, you know, make sure that things are secure for like their tourists coming over, and we just give you a bit of rope and say, here, walk across that. It's a very us thing to do. Well, you see, over here we actually, that's the thing of it, we were never successfully conquered by the Romans. Now when the empire started to go kaboom and other religions came a looking, we were actually known for taking in Romans and keeping them safe, but we were never actually successfully conquered by the Romans. I don't know if I'm actually pronouncing it right, but I know I believe it was in Latin, we were known as Hibernian, basically means land of winter. I want to get myself over to Glastonbury. I'm quite an Arthurian, so I fancy getting myself over to Glastonbury. Plus, a friend of mine was actually a druid, and there's actually a plaque up to him at Glastonbury. So I would love to get myself over to Glastonbury to take a look at it. It's actually a language I've been trying to actually teach myself recently, is Latin, which is not all that easy. The pronunciation's a nightmare. It truly is a nightmare. Right. Let's have a plain wall this time. Where are the plain walls? Down this way, aren't they? Aye. It's not locking in for some reason. I don't know what happened there. That's better. You think the game would work out? I'm completely ignoring it and just doing what I want right now. Instead it keeps saying to me, add stuff. Okay, what in the world has gone wrong there? Oh, there was a woman over in I believe it was Russia or somewhere like that, and she did an awful lot of it was to do with basically what was sort of, you know, what she sort of seen coming and all the rest of it. I remember, and believe it or not, apparently she actually did predict things like 9/11 and all happening. See, a lot of people, when they go on about the Dark Ages and all the rest of it, I mean, to me the Dark Ages was basically when the Roman Empire went from the Roman Empire to the Holy Roman Empire, because that's when they started banning people from learning to read and write, and started banning science and things like that. But whenever I used to live out in Greece, I actually went to Minoa, where the Labyrinth and the Minotaur and all is, and was up at the Acropolis and all the rest of it. So you're not meant to be a tribe that actually lived over in America that was, what do you call them? Oh, I have a head like I said the other day. They were one of the elder tribes, and they all disappeared. And there were stories that apparently they actually sort of came from the Atlanteans and all the rest of it. Is it the Anastasia or something like that? The only reason I remember it was because I remember seeing a newspaper article. Oh, well, about 10 years ago, 15 years ago, of the American government asking for sort of like money back, saying to the native tribes, they were like, oh, well, you weren't the first tribe, and they were like, well, we've been telling you that all along, but you just didn't listen to us. go. Haha. Perfect. I put a door in first. Hire a lot of, I have no idea. If we're talking about ancient times, there've been a lot of slaves. I know we have one here. It was called Cahalan, or not? No, not Cahalan. Fimacul. It was said they have built the Giant's Causeway, and during a fight with a giant from Scotland, he picked up a massive boulder and threw it into the middle of the causeway because it linked Scotland and the causeway here in the Antrim coast, and he threw it across into the water, and it landed into the water, smashing the bridge into like pieces. And they actually, scientists have actually found that it does actually, the bridge, it does actually look like a bridge going all the way under the water to one area where it's completely decimated. Right, I'll be back in 1 second. I'm going to go and grab myself a wee quick cuppa. Okay, here we are, and that's me back. When I was actually living out in Sweden, I'm actually quite small. I'm only 160 centimeters. Isn't that right? Or is it 163? I think it's 160. Hold on a second. It's 160. And when I was out in Sweden, like everybody, well, not everybody, but quite a few people were taller than me. And one of my Swedish friends turned around and said to me, they were like, "You're quite short, aren't you? Is that what it's like to be a hobbit?" And I turned around and I just looked at him and I said, men are descended from giants and women are descended from goddesses. And that was the end of the conversation. Oh. That's how it's blue, isn't it? That was the wrong place. That's a bit small. That's what I meant to say to you the other night, when you were saying about the tire tracks and things. Now I ages and ages and ages ago, I think it was about 2 months ago or so, I actually did Gaz's time tunnel mod. And I'd always sort of like, I thought there was something a bit, you know, with that there, what do you call it? With the molecular relay. So as I was saying to you the other night, I sort of was wondering what your thoughts on it were, but unfortunately your system crashed out on you. As to what you actually thought of the idea that, going along with Gaz's idea as well, that maybe the relay didn't actually just rip holes in their realities, you know, like little alternate realities from certain facts, that maybe it might have actually managed to rip holes into other people's realities, like ours, where we found things and all the rest of it, and different enclave bases existing on those types of like different places. That was a bit of a mad idea, like, but I think it would make an amazing mod. The enclave hiding out in worlds that sort of trying to sort of turn them into their own little petri dish world of perfection. Which of these two is off? It's actually the door. Or is it the wall? No, it's the door. No, it's not the door. It's the wall. Although not by much. I should do it there. Yep, exactly. I thought it was like a real, because the way you were saying about the tire tracks and things like that, and I was thinking to myself, well, what if the reason that they have those things is because they've actually been like raiding another world's resources and like animals, you know, like hiding animals in vaults and all that there type of stuff. In cryo, because, well, Nate has, Nora and Nate have basically opened up the whole idea to us of them like freezing people and putting stuff into cryo. Right. It seriously takes a lot of jimmering to get it into place. It would be easier if I put a little bit of light on in the place, like, but it's not getting lights until I have the walls in place. Ah, gotcha. And that's not in the right spot. Neither is that. There we are. Okay, bedroom number 2 done. hold on, forgot a wall. Yep, okay. Duplex number 2 built. It's a bit small. Right. Wonder if a bigger posts in. I don't. Apples. I'm sure that one's in the right place. No. Oh, refraction. Out of all the builds I have done, this has to be the fiddliest one. Perfect. Right, and there. Nope. Okay. I have to shrink that any further. Yeah, the problem is this post is it's too short, and the other one I can't get it to sink in far enough to the ground in order to see. From far away it looks alright, but up close you can actually see it's not actually holding the, because of the ground being so uneven going along this way. No idea what I just stored. Yeah, this side's going to be the same. Yeah, I did there. I didn't have to bring it all the way out because thankfully post thing. You see, them ones came out. It's because this one's only come out as far as this wide because it's sitting at a different angle. And that's where my problem is. Yeah. I could, but it's both sides are the same. So they're both at two different heights. That one's got that much of a gap between it, and that one's barely got any gap at all between it. Because the ground being so uneven for both of them. I've gone too far. See what I mean? It's all at different heights, there's no way I can clip it through. It's the worst thing about building on this land sometimes. Yeah. But I need the deck on both sides. If I can get it to actually sit. Big, put that in their own place. Hey, why is that bouncing up like that on me? Yeesh. People have fancy dags. Put you there. Can't believe I just managed to pick up the road where I was at it. I should not be surprised. Yeah, it needs to come out that far. I'll need to leave that down. I'm not having that flow. Well, that was one strange looking deck right now. Steps on that side. Right. Many steps. Yeah, I'm done. That backer. That there. That one. Makes more sense if you're coming from the upstairs to be able to actually just walk across the deck here. I wonder, check and see. What do you think? Do you know what it is? I think I might get rid of that window. Debate. Never amazes me the amount of times I clean around this place. I still manage to miss so much. Right. Let's take care of Mama Murphy's house. I actually like those lights on the roof. It's a pity I have to have the electric running through there. Who wants to guess this house is going to be outward as well? For once it isn't. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I need to go this way. I just turned all them the wrong way. There we are. Right, well, it's a stream's been running for 2.5 hours. Right, okay, well, I shall let you all go, and I'll catch you all probably roughly around the same time again. It's like nearly 5 AM in the morning over here. And let you see what all I've managed. By then I should hopefully have all the houses done and lit up, and hopefully I'll have the school and other things done as well. I'll need a security house too, so I shall let you go, and thanks for keeping me company, Groove, and stay safe out there.